Hello and welcome to your post-match draw here in Anfield Index Pro, podcasting to you from my field here in beautiful rural Ireland. I'm Trev Downey, and joining me to give the reactions to Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 0 in the Champions League from Anfield are Dave Hendrick and Hari Sethi. It's tempting, Dave, to think that, as someone said there, was it the John Champion, and more of him later, that there feels like there might be a bit of a corner turn because without question or doubt, that was a really, really solid performance. Very impressive by so many players.
That is our best performance since we beat Spurs back in April to win the title, without even a close runner-up to it. I don't want to be negative at all through this podcast, so I will just start on a slight word of caution. We'll turn a corner when we beat a shit team that plays long against us. That's when we'll have turned the corner and figured things out, because Real and Villa kind of played into our hands by trying to outplay us. And we have a lot of lads that can run. We have a lot of lads that can play with an aggression. And tonight I thought we were really solid defensively. And when we got the ball, there was real purpose in what we were doing. Getting the ball forward quick, getting Mo more involved, getting Hugo more involved. How good was it to see, especially in that first half, balls being played into Hugo quickly and lots of nice little interplay between him and Mo, him and Wirtz, him and Szoboszlai. And we started to look like a real football team tonight for the first time in quite a while. Like we were better against Villa than we had been previously, but I said on that pod I would stop short of saying it was good. Tonight I would say we were very good. And I think this proves a couple of things that a lot of people have been saying for a while. Number one, Florian Wirtz has to play on the left for us. He can roam from there, but he has to start on the left because we have to have last season's midfield together, because we don't have a strong enough defensive base to give Wirtz the platform. Otherwise, we need those three lads in midfield, or Curtis, three of the four, and that allows Wirtz then a bit more freedom. And as Dan Kennedy said multiple times, Wirtz plus two forwards is the right formula. Wirtz with three forwards is an unbalanced team. I thought we saw by far Florian Wirtz's best game tonight. And also disproving the numpties on Twitter who pose as tacticos. Alexis McAllister is still absolutely vital to this team. He may even be the most important player we have right at this moment in time, because when he plays well, we play well. When he's on his game, we function as a team. We look like an organized group of footballers, not like some lads that were picked up outside in the park and brought in to represent a football team. I think man for man tonight, we were excellent. Both fullbacks, really, really good. Conor Bradley's best performance since that night against Chelsea, I would say. Robbo's best performance in maybe 3 years, maybe even a bit longer. I thought Robbo was excellent. The midfield, all very good. Gravenberch, second half. First half, I thought he was a little bit off it. He lost Jude for their one good chance, but second half, I think that might be the best defensive display we've seen from that lad in a Liverpool jersey. Everybody, I thought, ticked every box possible. Szoboszlai is still running somewhere. We were just, to a man, we were really, really good tonight. And if not for the fact that they have that big Belgian prick, we win that game comfortably. 3, maybe 4.
You do wonder if there's another big prick who'll be listening and his boss will be listening going, let's just hike it up to Ireland at the weekend, because that might be the best way to get around re-emerging Liverpool. And Harry, Dave's mentioned a lot of the players there, and I'm just going to get part of the show out of the way because just a quick warning for folks. We're going to try and keep this to about 50 minutes because we're very late in the night here doing this. Mamardashvili looks every bit the goalkeeper that we bought and hoped he would be. Bradley was starting at right back tonight, a very fine performance by him. Kanate and Van Dijk were excellent, both of them sort of flawless and getting foot in, and their distribution was solid. Robertson, as Davis said, really rolled back the years tonight. I thought he was just fantastic. I was really worried when we were taking him off because I just didn't like the idea of the opportunity for Kirkes to come on and be the bad guy. I thought it was almost cruel. Szoboszlai, I haven't seen an engine like that before. I really haven't. There was a bang of Stevie G off him tonight that you could not deny. Gravenberch, excellent in nearly all parts of the game. McAllister, I would just echo what Dave says. McAllister, I think, is the reason why we've had this blip. If McAllister was playing well and every other fucker was still shit, we'd be okay because other players would be slightly better because of Mac, and Mac will get us through. That's how important he is. Salah, Ekitike and Wirtz, I love that as a trio. I really love it. The centre forward play from Hugo Ekitike tonight, the cleverness of that man as a footballer at the tender age that he is. Salah really getting back into it, and Florian Wirtz showing exactly why we signed him. Harry, that was a long wind up, but I wanted to get through to the 11 that started just for the sake of people who were there. Your initial takeaway from the win tonight that gets us back on track in this competition and gets a little bit of momentum going for what had been a really worrying slump.
Yeah, I said at halftime that was the happiest I'd been with the 45 minutes from Liverpool for a very, very long time. And Dave mentioning going back to the Spurs game last year, or maybe even actually the PSG game actually in stretches, just a really, and so I was delighted that it continued through to the sort of full time. I thought it was, just a really encouraging performance. So much to take away from it, to be happy with. I think you both mentioned a lot of the standouts, but Bradley, I think in the context of what we've seen this season, both structurally and individually, I thought Bradley, that is a huge performance. I mean, there's some really great jokes about Vinny having it easy all season, training against Trent in the Real Madrid academy in training sessions, and then coming up against that sort of opponent in Bradley. But thought really disciplined performance. That's something we've talked about with him so far this season, is not wanting him to be rash. We know he has that physicality. I thought we saw great ball carrying from him tonight, much better in possession as well. Szoboszlai, I really did like. I mean, there was some sort of jaw dropping at moments. Really, just he was everywhere. The engine is incredible. He's pretty much the complete midfielder. Has everything that you would want in a midfielder. I think Si mentioned a few months ago that he viewed him as having everything that sort of Stevie G has into the sort of talent wise, but that actually Szoboszlai was kind of a team first player, doesn't necessarily look for those moments for himself. Again, I thought a huge performance tonight, helped knit things together. Yeah, Alexis McAllister looking like the World Cup Premier League winning captain, sort of player that he is. Always a delight to see it. Enjoying the comb over, like really enjoying it, and long may it continue.
Oh my God, I hope he sorts that this summer, Harry. It's fucking. I'm
really. Surely you can have a word with Mo. Surely,
I'm just so worried for the kid. He needs to get that sorted quick.
Surely Mo can give him some sort of referral kind of discount. Not that he needs it for a clinic in Istanbul, perhaps, but Robbo rolling back the years. We can come on to talk about Kirkes, but absolutely delighted as well with his first cameo being to absolutely leather the ball against somebody so hard that he potentially did damage to himself. And Wirtz, I think for me, I mean, hugely positive to see him so influential. Like that is how much influence we want to see him having on games, if not more. Seeing him dovetailing with the other two, drifting all over the place, but like we could see the work rate, could see the shift that he puts in is tremendous, and you could see that he endeared himself early to the crowd tonight through his work rate, not through the glamour or the glitz. It was him biting back, winning the ball back on occasion. That stuff is always going to be the easiest way to get the crowd to warm to you. So really happy with that. And I think, as you mentioned, Trev, just lastly, I thought really fun to watch Hugo Ekitike. This is a young forward who's clearly developing all the time, and just so much audaciousness about that guy's game. Really, I mean, there's a there's a cleverness to it. There's a playfulness to some of the stuff that he does, but I thought much better in holding the ball up tonight. So yeah, just...
All right, the Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts and even Liverpool legends along the way. With the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.